What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Detroit Tech Review. I'm not even going to say what my name is.
It's Jeremy.
It is. You're Corey. So now we have that out of the way. This episode brought to you by our jobs, because we bought all this stuff.
That is 100% correct.
So...
And our time.
And by job, I mean actual job and not our demonetized channel.
Right. Dude, let's join in with all the other crazy
Awkward.
people protesting demonetization.
Whatever. But that people have talked about that ad nauseum. I'm sort of fine with it. Like, I get it.
Makes sense.
And I'm not as annoyed as other people, although we're in that kind of 1%-ish
Yeah.
that they talked about that actually is like
may
putting some
affect
money.
them, yeah.
Putting some money on the table other than the $2 per month or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
And there's quite a bit of censorship out there too, but yeah. It's their product.
I was gonna say it's also like they own it. They can.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's like I don't know, float plane. They could say we're only gonna allow this sort of thing on it, and
It's
heck,
100% that.
YouTube could even do that, or Facebook.
They do.
Everybody could do it. They can say we will.
They
only
do.
Allow,
It's in their terms of service.
Well, but we'll only allow video game
Yep, they could do
things.
that.
They could do that. Everybody else could scream censorship, but it's my thing.
It's their product.
As long as it's not like actual discriminatory, like racist or something, then
right.
it's fine.
Right. Anyway, wow, that got like way off track.
Like real deep, real serious, real fast. So we got I apologize. We have actually some pretty cool topics. Like, it was a big good show, I think. So run through them real quick. We have some updates regarding HomePods and the accessory market. I'll just say that.
Important market.
The new Android P, the new operating system, I guess. I don't know they haven't said if it'll be 9 or like 8.4 or something yet, have they?
It's gonna be Pi.
Well, it's P. No, it's just P, technically.
I know, but it's gonna be Pi.
It better be.
Right.
Anyway.
Everybody
But there's
likes
some
Pi.
cool updates with that. Intel, you probably are familiar. I'm assuming if you're watching this channel, you're probably at least vaguely familiar about their Optane drives. There's like kind of been an update there. PUBG, it's a pretty massively popular game, has a couple little updates. And then Google is making their assistant better, and Internet of Things updates, which make that like a recurring thing, like our Get Off My Lawn.
I mean,
segment.
It's here. Everything is going to have memory and the little microprocessor in it.
But I think there's some things that probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that. Anyway, let's start. Okay, so Apple HomePod,
I got to see this.
I don't know, would you say widely successful? I don't know.
Was it? Did
I
it
don't
sell
know.
out or something?
I have no idea.
That is the exact opposite of what I wanted to do here.
No.
That actually just happened.
We were listening to Katy Perry earlier.
We were testing the mic.
testing.
So, anyway.
Sibilance.
Okay.
So I want you to see that.
What is this thing?
Look at the price.
I mean, it's $110. It's a leather case.
It's a leather, not just a case. It's a leather travel case.
Right, it's a carrying case.
Yeah, for your HomePod.
Like the device
So
is supposed to stay in your home.
Yeah, I'll put a link down below so you guys can like look at this. It will be an affiliate link, so if you want to buy it, go for it. The thing's expensive.
Dude, it looks ridiculous. It's like a bowling ball bag for your HomePod.
It's leather, handmade.
Is it bespoke?
Bespoke?
It's bespoke.
I don't even know what that means.
It is.
What does that mean? Is that a company?
No, it's basically like, I don't even know.
Okay. While he looks that up. So it's this zippered, I really hope you pull this up in another tab.
Goods, especially clothing made to order. It's really not,
okay.
But
I don't think I ever knew that. Learn something new every day. So it's this it's this big leather, so it's a HomePod shaped leather case with a handle on top. Has like an angled zipper. Please click the link and look at it. You don't have to buy it. It's fine. But has this angled zipper so you can open it up all cool and
it's a nice looking case.
I mean, the leather looks really nice, and then it has a hole in the back, so you actually have to feed.
No,
I think this is kind of stupid. I'm sorry.
No.
So the best way to do it, you have to feed the cord through the back, so you can't just put the thing in and zip it up. You have to feed the cord through, then you close it up, and then it has a.
What? That's what that's for.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like a
cord store. It's like a vacuum.
Yeah, so it has thing. It has so it's a surround thing like this. there's a band on the side, and you stick the cord.
It's
like
a cord retention device.
Yeah, but I can't tell if it's like. I'm assuming it's that makes it look elastic.
It is elastic.
Tension.
Yeah, which is kind of crappy.
But like,
anyway, don't buy a HomePod and don't buy this. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I don't know if you want to use the affiliate link and buy it. I don't care. That makes me money. But
I do like the reviews here.
Oh, I didn't even look at the reviews. Long delivery time. That's not good. Well, it's 3.9 stars out of 5 with 2 reviews.
And one of which is, I was first. 5 stars.
And it says, hi, I was the first.
Yeah, so anyway, moving on. This thing's a piece of crap.
Actually, probably not
You're
actually
right.
a piece of crap.
It actually looks high quality.
But completely useless.
In case you wanted to take your HomePod to many different homes. I guess...
It's just so bad.
If you're
I don't even know what
rich enough to have many homes, but not rich enough to have many HomePods,
I don't think that exists.
that's what I'm saying. It's a very tight market.
I don't think that exists.
Very tight market.
Okay. So update Android. So Android Pie. We're just gonna call it Pie. Why not?
Yeah. Calling it right now. You heard it.
Pasty. Pastille. Sorry, I'm listening through Harry Potter again.
It's Android Pie. I'm calling it right now.
That's fine. We'll call it Android Pie. So this is a what am I looking for?
Update?
Yes, an update. No, but it's a oh my goodness,
Release?
operating system.
Yeah.
Like it's an operating system base update. So Google will prevent apps.
It's called a release. Yeah.
Not the release. So I'm saying like a Google, like this update. It's not just like something, but it's like it's baked into the software like hard.
Okay.
Google will prevent apps from using your smartphone's microphone or camera when that app is in the background and not being like actively used.
Which I think is a pretty good idea.
Which I'm really excited about.
There's not a lot of apps where I need that functionality, and it seems like they shouldn't even have that.
Google Assistant is like the only one.
Yeah, and I mean, there's always going to need to be something. They can't completely eliminate, or else what's the CIA going to do, or the NSA?
Or the NRO, for that matter.
Right.
Since we just remembered about that one.
But yeah, so I mean...
Are we in focus?
I don't know. Did you focus it?
I don't think I did. Well, we'll see how that goes.
It's an interesting choice.
Well, welcome to the Fuzzy Show.
So, yeah, so I think it's a good idea.
I like it a lot.
A lot of this stems from the paranoia that Facebook's listening to what you say, and then advertising. You just talked about a Pepsi, and you should buy a Pepsi.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, which honestly, I would not. I'm normally very much against conspiracy theories, but I totally kind of believe those. So
that's fair. And that's the thing. Like that's where I go through like back and forth a little bit. Like I have an Echo Dot. I have 2 Google Home devices, the Home and Home Mini, and I have a phone. Well, and technically there's 2 phones in my house that have Google Assistant, which is always listening. Right. So like I go back and forth of like
they're always listening.
Yeah, like they're always listening, but I don't want it to not be listening because
that's the whole point.
Yeah. But I definitely don't want like I'm trying to think like Mario Run or whatever it was called, like listening in the background for no reason.
Or whatever like janky calculator app or something you downloaded for whatever reason. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I saw this thing that was useful one time and then it was like I might use it again in the future and then just didn't delete it. Like
I'm okay with Android or Google closely controlling that.
100%. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So actually, apparently, like
that's cool.
When the app is actually idle, the operating system will report that basically there are no audio or camera sensors.
You're saying it's still doing that? It's doing that now?
No, just that's what the plan is. Basically, like can't even doesn't even know they exist.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it says like, oh no, there's nothing trying to listen. It's just like completely shut. Well, kind of a walled garden, but not as bad as the actual Apple ecosystem.
Yeah.
Speaking of whatever. So yeah, I'm glad they're doing that. We probably should. I wish I would have paid attention. I didn't realize they had talked about Android P earlier this year. Or was it last year?
Well, they talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
The developer preview is out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, developer preview's out. When did they even talk about it? I was totally off the radar for that one. Yeah. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the biggest things about P, if I remember correctly, were the restructuring of the operating system the whole way it's configured so that a whole bunch of things can be updated without needing to wait for the carriers, I think.
Ooh.
If I remember correctly.
Aren't they pushing... Well, they've been pushing, what is it, the RMS or whatever for the messaging system?
Oh, yeah, that's been old for a while.
I think they've been pushing that for a while.
Yeah.
Really, so they could get people out of the... So they're not as... Well, I guess you'd still be tied into iMessage, but...
Yeah.
Can I... Oh my gosh, iMessage and stupid. When somebody likes a comment...
Speaking
and
of
then
you saying
it sends me another thing. Did you just get like an iMessage?
Laughed at.
Oh,
And it's just like,
who is that, Brad?
No.
Okay.
It was my cousin.
Josh or Dan?
Dan.
Well, it wouldn't be Josh. He wouldn't have iPhone.
Exactly.
Hi, guys. Love you.
So.
All right. Anyway, yeah, that's a whole... MKBHD did a whole thing about that. You guys should watch that. It was actually like a good video and not like a real bashing video. Like it was pretty...
Fair.
Yeah, it's like a fair, like this is just what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm down.
So, next.
Next, Intel, who you may or may not have heard of. Really? I hope you have if you're watching this channel. Anyway, so they kind of have new Optane SSDs. So, backstory, I guess, a little bit.
So 3D X-Point. It's a new form of basically flash memory that allows for vertically stacking. So you can get much more dense memory packages, and it also results in much faster latency.
That's the 3D.
Yeah, the 3D is the kind of the stacking, because everything else has always just been trying to shrink by die size, nanometer, 14 nanometer, whatever, the size of the package for your memory. But this allows you to stack it now, and because of that, it can reduce the latency. And so it kind of sits in between this.
Like the actual NVMe.
It sits in between like a traditional SATA or NVMe SSD and a actual RAM.
It's funny that you're calling it traditional.
I know
SSD, but I know what you mean. The traditional meaning like the 2.5 inch drive.
Well, just like a SATA based. I mean, just in terms of latency and like bandwidth, speed width, it's kind of in between the SSD and RAM.
Because RAM is like, I don't even know. It's like super fast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and
I don't know what the actual
point
speed is
that
real fast.
That's what everything kind of your software gets loaded into.
Right.
So it's, and so they were using the first version of Optane was used in large scale for the most part, I should say, because people could use it. It's used as an accelerator for other types of storage.
Well,
so you can have
almost like a cache.
Yeah.
Like so, one of the big selling points from my memory. I think watching a Linus video too was one of the big uses. One of the big uses was if you were a like a 7200 like actual hard disk drive user, you buy this like 32 gig drive, Optane drive, and it
basically turns it into a hybrid drive.
Right, turns it into a hybrid drive, so you can load everything's still loaded on that like one hard disk, but then it caches stuff, so it'll boot up faster. And you won't necessarily see it instantaneously, but it like just stores some stuff, and so after you like reboot a couple times, it just kind of gets faster and faster.
Well, it'll learn what you're accessing
and store it because
cache it.
It's not just it's intelligent.
Hybrid drives aren't perfect because they obviously don't accelerate everything, and if you need to move a giant file, it's just not going to help you with that.
Sure.
But so now they're taking this Optane technology and making it into basically just an SSD, which is going to compete with the traditional SATA SSD or NVMe's. However, I don't know. It's kind of weird because it has that very low latency, which is
great.
It's great, and you might maybe notice it in like opening multiple apps at the same time, kind of stuff.
Right.
And there's some very limited load time of applications and documents that you might see it be faster.
It probably feels faster.
I don't know if you can actually feel it. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
that's probably the only way you would notice it.
Right, well, yeah, that's true.
Because if you're already going to spend the kind of money they're asking for.
Well, because what is it? They have like a 58 and a 120 or something right now.
That's the other issue is they're extremely limited in size. 58 gigabyte and 112 or something, 118.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what it is. And it's not like cheap necessarily.
No.
So like, and that was the thing. The Optane drives, like the 32 gig drive, wasn't like you look at a drive in and of itself. It was like, oh, that's not too expensive, just to help like speed up your whatever, like speed up your boots and stuff. But for 32 gigs, it was pretty expensive. I think it's price range.
Yeah, let me see.
130 to 200 is what it's saying.
The 58 gigabyte is 130, and the 118 is $200, which that's kind of a lot.
I don't know about kind of. That just is a lot.
Yeah. So
I mean, I guess, but
I don't really understand the purpose of it. Like, I guess they're saying it'd be a really your operating system would be very low latency, which you might notice some type of improvement, but it's not going to be like this jump from a hard drive to an SSD.
Yeah,
and then it
but
really
it's still, are they still not as? How do they compare to like NVMe SSDs?
In terms of bandwidth performance, they're fairly comparable.
Okay.
And that's where it's like, but they can get way more for the same price.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like,
but it's the latency.
I don't see the point. Like, apparently later this year they're going to release it in DIMM form, where it would actually go into your, RAM slots or whatever.
Yeah, but even then, it's not quite as fast as RAM.
But it would allow you to have much larger capacities, supposedly.
Oh, because you can have like 432 DIMM.
Yeah, I don't
32 gig DIMMs.
I don't know any of those details.
And it wouldn't be especially considering RAM is expensive as it is right now.
That's where I think the hope, the future they see of it, where it's kind of like this.
So this is almost a proof of concept,
where it becomes just a full computer cache, right?
Yeah,
right. Where it's fairly low latency, but slower than traditional RAM.
Yeah,
but much higher capacity.
Right.
So
okay. So I guess I'm gonna look at this as just a proof of concept.
It is kind of, to me. That's what I see it as. And then, kind of trying introducing it to people.
Yeah, because it's pretty expensive. Well, and I've seen that stuff around. I mean, Tesla, their first Roadster, that was basically it was like stupid expensive. It wasn't phenomenal, but that was basically just a proof of concept.
No,
you sell it to a couple of rich people, and then we have Spaceman.
The difference there
Starman, whatever.
is Intel is more like GM.
Well, yeah, Intel
rather than a new startup. But
right. No, I'm just saying like kind of proof of concept.
If you're a normal user, just go with a traditional SSD, and if you're an enthusiast, go with an NVMe Samsung 960 Pro. That's what I'll say.
That's the newest one, right?
Yeah, it's their.
Yeah, that's the one where the terabyte costs like $600.
That's what I have in this.
That's what the terabyte costs like $600. Oh, you bought a separate one for this.
And that's what I have on my computer.
Shut up! I don't. Whatever.
Yeah,
I hate you. I'm stuck here.
It's far beyond.
I'm
what
stuck with a stupid
needs.
950 Pro SSD or 9 Evo. Oh, whatever. I don't even know that. It's SSD at least. Look at that.
So anyway,
that's good.
Moving into some gaming,
and then right out of some gaming. PUBG, the wildly successful. I say that jokingly, but it actually was wildly successful.
Yes, but it's getting some competition.
It is
from like Fortnite.
Yeah. So if you're unaware, I would almost. I kind of hate saying it this way, but if you're unaware of what it is, it's a survival game. Kind of think Hunger Games, honestly.
That's very much what it's like.
Like but it's like 100 players are dropped into this map. They have 2 maps right now that are like they're 8 by 10.
Yeah, 2.5 kilometers, I think. Is what they are.
No,
sorry, not 2.5.
No, it's 8 by 10 clicks.
Yeah,
like
sorry.
So they're 8 by 10 basically kilometers.
Different game. Sorry.
So like kind of big, and you drop in, and then you have nothing. You might have clothes depending on how well you like your character clothed, and you have to pick up weapons and ammo and like pick up everything,
armor, gear,
and then they have like a wall of death, blue death flame, electricity stuff, whatever. That slowly closes basically, and you have to get in the middle, and you have to be the last person alive, or they have teams and whatever.
The term is Battle Royale. Is the new,
new game. I can never think of that. So there is Fortnite, which I don't know what kind of game is Fortnite originally.
Battle Royale. They just made it.
Oh, I thought they came out with the Battle Royale like part of the game.
Maybe it was another game. Honestly, don't even know.
Right.
Because the only thing that people have really played is the Battle Royale version.
Yeah. So this Fortnite game came out with this Battle Royale, and it's
just a copy.
I mean, well, it's similar in the terms of it's a Battle Royale, and you shoot people, and you have to be the last one. But that's actually really the only like.
It's very different in terms of gameplay and aesthetics, but yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's gaining some steam now because it's smaller. The map's a bit smaller. The games are shorter, so there's like more exciting things that can happen in a short amount of time.
Let's be honest, it also just works better.
It does. That's true. So anyway, PUBG, I think it's this coming week on their test servers is coming up with a 4x4. So
Very
like
small.
way smaller.
It's a little island map.
Yeah, island map that will have basically, but you're still gonna have like 100-ish people flying into it.
I'm excited to try it. I really am.
It'll be fun. I'll have to reinstall. I think I uninstalled the server, so I'll have to reinstall that.
I did too.
But it'll be fun. The thing is,
But that'll be a good test for my new internet.
it will be a good.
500 gig down.
I sort of have that.
Yeah, no, you need a new modem.
I mean, I'm paying for it. I need a new modem. But I'm referencing a lot of other YouTube videos today. If you don't watch the WAN show by Linus Tech Tips, Luke talked about it Friday night. It's on YouTube. You can look at it, and they have like a table of contents. So we'll talk about PUBG. PUBG. Luke basically goes into a rant about PUBG, and it's exactly how I feel. Talking about there's like, because it's a very different game. Fortnite is way more wham bam thank you ma'am.
It's faster.
It's faster. You're like building stuff and doing all this crazy crap. Where PUBG is more of a like it's a slower. It can be a much slower paced. Like strategic sort of game as opposed to like run around kind of do all this stuff. And I like that a lot better. We played Fortnite a little bit, and it like
It's also got like this weird building
fine.
aspect to it.
Yeah, it was just weird, and I don't like. I don't like it. I'm not saying it's a
I
bad
just
game.
don't prefer it.
I don't like it. So I prefer the PUBG, the Google. So I prefer PUBG, but it has like that was my favorite part. Luke talking about the parachutes just killing you.
It's because it happens to you all the time.
So mad. But there's just so many issues. So doing this will be interesting, but I think they could have, if they just fixed the game instead of coming up with a new map, maybe that's better. Maybe just instead of
They need to do both.
Yeah, I don't know how much money they do or don't have, so
They have a lot.
I'm sure, but like maybe instead of designing this whole map, buy a better server.
Oh, pretty sure they probably just run on AWS like everybody else. It's their optimization,
Then optimize it.
If we
Don't
really want to get
develop
into this, if we want to get into
make
this,
it better.
there's things like called server tick rates.
Uh-huh.
So it's how many times per second the server is checking for.
So
things
they bought a crappy server,
like your location, like bullet, like when the damage is. So
I heard the server location was server. They were talking about the tick rate in that video too.
So like when
17.
playing Battlefield, the tick rate would be like 60, which is very close to 60 frames per second, right? The tick rate for PUBG is like 17. Yeah.
No wonder I'm dying when I'm around a corner.
Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly why that happens. Yeah.
I'm like even more angry at it right now.
Yeah, so I really hope they can
So
improve that
annoying.
because I enjoy the game idea.
I like it. I like that you're playing with I do like that it's quote unquote real.
Yeah, we should be careful there.
Well, we're not monetized, so
Oh yeah,
they can't demonetize
Yeah.
us.
Well,
So we were playing
Trump might come after us.
Alright.
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure we're already on lists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on from that territory. Anyway, PUBG, please, just better tick rates. Google
Making the
assistant,
right?
Google Assistant
Better.
even better.
It's always good. It's good to see that they're continuously making it better.
Yes. So basically, they're allowing third-party. I almost fell backwards. They're allowing third-party manufacturers to create their own custom phrases. For example, soonish, we're actually have a video out on the Logitech Harmony Hub. I probably talked about that like a month ago. But if I want to talk to Google about it, I have to say, Google, ask Harmony to whatever, turn my TV on, whatever. That's a bit kludgy. I can go into the app, the Google Home app, and add a shortcut, I think is what they call it. Then I can just say, Google, watch TV. And it'll do the correct thing, and everything's good. That's one extra step. Personally, I don't necessarily mind doing that extra step because I'll add like 2 or 3 of those shortcuts to do the same thing, just so I don't have to. So like kind of whatever stage my brain is in now, still do what I want it to do. And I'm a tinkerer for the most part anyway, so I don't mind that. But for a general person, they talked about LG in here. So like set the oven to convection and preheat it to 350 degrees. So like LG, is that the LG one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So you have to say like talk to LG and do this, which is just it's kludgy. Honestly,
It's just gross.
yeah, it's just bad. So they're allowing. So I'm assuming Logitech will take advantage of this because they're pretty good about stuff like that. But then LG and stuff, they'll be able, I'll be able to come in and say when I buy a new oven because mine's not brand new, just do this and it can do it. Which is pretty cool. It's not like an amazing like leap forward.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's pretty good.
To me, it's an important.
It's an important step.
Where you can just talk to it like a normal thing, like instead of like
without tinkering.
Wait a minute, how do I have to phrase this perfectly? Right.
But and that's the thing without tinkering, because I can tinker right now and it'll do the thing I need it to do.
I can't tell you the number of times like I've tried to talk to Google Assistant and then halfway through realized I said this the wrong way.
So you just have to yell stop really loudly and hope it.
Yeah,
works,
it's just
like again, and
I just feel like I'm some kind of, I don't know,
dusty cat. Yeah, so that's good. You pair that with routines. With the routines we talked about, I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
that's something I'm really excited about because you don't use Google Assistant quite as much. You really
because it just frustrates me.
Right, and you really only use it for your lights now.
Oh, I use it on my phone all the time.
Well, yeah. The one on the phone works, but like I'm just saying, like in terms of Google Home,
I use it for the lights, but I can do that from my phone too.
Right, same. But I'm coming in because it's like my dream to walk in. Like if I'm coming home, I can walk in, drop like my backpack down, tell Google that I want to watch TV, and I can walk away and I can change and I can come back and my TV is all ready. Like.
I mean,
that's like
that already works for me. Where I can literally be like,
Shield?
Yeah, I can just say, Google watch NBC or something, and done.
Oh. Because of the Shield.
Yeah,
the Shield has always listening though?
So.
I thought you had to hit the remote.
Because the Shield is like Google TV.
Yeah.
You can just ask. If I have to say, watch CB or NBC on the Shield.
And my TV also doesn't have the proper the HDMI ports are just slightly
CEC.
Yeah, they don't have that.
Yeah, where it can control the other device.
Right, so I don't have that.
I do have that, and it works pretty well.
So I needed the Harmony Hub, but this is one step closer to Google running my house, which I'm fine with.
That's really what we're here for, right?
Yeah. And on to I don't know if this is a get off my lawn segment or not. Today in Internet of Things.
The Internet of Things,
you
man,
found this. You
is so glorious. It's just amazing what's happening. But this is a great one. So apparently now, in the spirit of somebody's always building a better mousetrap.
Yeah.
You can now monitor your mousetrap over Wi-Fi to see if you've caught a mouse. This is a Kickstarter.
Can I install this in my cat to see if my cat caught a mouse?
I wish. But no.
Okay, so so this is a Wi-Fi enabled mousetrap.
Technically, the mousetrap isn't Wi-Fi enabled. It's just a little thing you put next to it, and it's somehow, I guess.
Wait, so are mousetraps sold separately?
Yeah, dude, come on.
Oh,
it's just $25 for this little thing that sits next to your mousetrap, and when the mousetrap is triggered, it sends you a notification. Or a 10-pack for $200. But. I mean, I'm not really sure who this is really for. This seems a little bit much for me to like get an instant notification on my phone. Yeah, got him. Like I don't.
I'm trying to look at the prototype pictures, and it's just like poop.
So
it's on Kickstarter. If you guys want to check it out, I'm not gonna put this in the link. Well, we'll link it. Why not?
Why not?
Just so you can see it. Please don't buy it. Honestly, please don't buy it because it's not. Excuse me, it's not an affiliate link, so we don't get any money, so don't buy it.
It's not even that. Just like, I have no idea who this person is. They've never, I don't think, done anything else.
Also, actually, no. We'll go to this Kickstarter page, watch the video. There's no sound to it.
As of now, they have 2 backers.
For $101.
Yeah.
I bet you somebody was 100 and somebody gave them 1.
Maybe.
I bet you they weren't each $50.50.
Yeah, maybe they
or like $75 and like.
Yeah. Either way,
whatever.
It charges over USB.
There's just more stuff to charge, too.
I mean,
but
if you really need to know,
oh gosh, excuse me,
then you really need to know. And this is the device for you.
Watch the video. There's no sound to it. imagine, or like go onto your computer and play. Is it called Eyes of the Angels?
I don't know what.
The Arms of the Angels. Sarah McLachlan.
Oh yeah. Every time there's a
the poor animals.
the animal
shelter
commercial. Yeah.
But like play that
we
song.
both just point to the TV.
I have a TV. It's over there. So we're pointing to it. But like play that song in the background as you watch this video, and you'll either start crying, or you'll. This is just the funniest thing ever. It was on like PBS. It was the commercial on PBS all the time. Was it the PBS one, or was it just on other things?
It's just on all the time.
Okay, you can play it.
I am
Angels. It's just Angels.
I'll start it like when we're done here.
Okay. So I mean, that's all I have.
Well,
it's gonna be like that's like the worst play us out keyboard cat music ever.
Like we're playing it out, man.
I'd rather play keyboard cat.
Anyway,
honestly.
yeah. So that's all we got.
That's all we got. I don't know. I have nothing.
Thanks for watching.
Subscribe so we can get monetized.
Let us know if you like this, if you want to see something different, if you want different topics.
Yeah, if you have, we're a small enough channel right now where I'm looking at all the comments we get, like every single one. So let us know if there is a topic you're seeing that you want to talk about. We'll be back in 2 weeks with this whole thing.
Some more.
I like to make this as awkward as possible as we're leaving.
Ready? This is gonna get a lot more awkward.
The live version.
It's the live version. Is this even it?
Go further on. Yeah, this is it.